Back with you here, 5:06. It's Talk Erie and the Joel Natale Show, live from our Kingdom Financial Group studio, also live on YouTube and Facebook. And we bring in our political guru and the Harbor Creek Township Supervisor, Dean Pepicello, is with us here. Dino, happy Monday. What a gorgeous day. My gosh.
We had last Thursday in Harbor Creek, VelocityNet announced they were expanding into Harbor Creek, right? And chamber president was there and other state politicians and whatnot and dignitaries, just a number of people. And I said in my very brief remarks, I'm like, this is what the weather, for those of you who aren't from Harbor Creek, this is what the weather is like every single day of the year. 365. It was like 75 and sunny.
Right.
It was so funny. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, this has been something else. We're watching this closely because the longer the lake stays warm, the more problematic it can be from a winter standpoint. Last year's blizzard, Thanksgiving blizzard, that went into December is, we're worried at this point. I think if the lake's 68 degrees or something at this point, I mean, we will be pushing mid-October. So it's something we're watching.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's one of those things that we've talked about is that the later we wait for winter, it does get, it does kind of set us up for that big lake effect.
You're going to get that when the winds come from the west. Essentially, it's going to pick up all that moisture, and either we get dumped on or Buffalo. Take your pick,
right?
Depending on the winds. So it's we're ready for it to get cold from our winter, preparation standpoint. Is what we're thinking. So we'll see. In the meantime, enjoy it.
I got to imagine that getting fiber in Harbor Creek Township is an economic win for you guys.
Yeah, it's a win from a couple of standpoints. At least those who are choosing cable, still have a cord, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. Spectrum's dominated in a lot of areas. Let's be honest. Armstrong has come into some areas of Erie County. We have a franchise cable agreement with them. So even for those who might not choose the fiber option or the VNet option, it provides competition. People's cable bills are going down in Harbor Creek and other areas. Cool. I'm sure they've already. Mill Creek, I think, has already seen it, and the city to some extent. So competition always breeds good things. We think quality will go up and price will go down. So we'll take it, but that's all private investment. It's their money. Mm-hmm. As you talked with Kim last hour about, so many of these things. It's, we're lucky on it. I think people are going to see an improvement across the board.
Where are you guys at as far as housing? Again, a lot of what Infinite Erie focuses on is affordable housing and things. I feel like as far as for market rate, that seems to be the only place that anybody's building is in Harbor Creek Township.
Fairview, Summit. We're the redevelopment authority has called us the fastest growing municipality. I think Summit's more of an infill at this point.
Yeah.
Fairview maybe doesn't quite at our level. I don't know. We've had a dearth of, I'll say, affordable housing, rentals. Joe Palermo Realty is building 173 units in Harbor Creek, apartments and townhouses. Like, we don't have that. We have some of it, but clearly not enough of it. Our comprehensive plan called for it. So that's new to us, the rentals.
Where is that going?
Between the municipal building and Walmart on Route 20.
Okay, so it is in a kind of a commercial district.
Yeah.
You're not like butting up against single family homes.
No, not at all.
That's a good place to put multifamily.
Right, just it's worked out. It was a good location, and so we don't. So we call ourselves something for everyone. You can still buy $100,000 house is tough to find these days anywhere, but you can find an under $200,000 house in Harbor Creek. You certainly can spend $600 or $700 if you want to. Mm-hmm. You can live in the country. You can live in a suburb. You can live on a quarter-acre lot. You can live on an acre lot. I mean, we're lucky in that way, but we feel like we're getting there with housing for everyone. We have apartments. We have low income areas. Arnhem Court is income driven. Mm-hmm. So we've got a little bit of something for everyone. I think we feel that way.
What would it take, to keep things like blight out? And I mean, you have the ability to maybe not follow Mill Creek. Mill Creek's dealing with blight. Let's face it.
Yeah.
You don't need to go there. If you code enforce correctly and have that part of it staffed up. Right?
I think so. I'm not saying we have as big a problem as certainly the city or Mill Creek, and they're built out essentially at Westerville, Lawrence Park, a lot of the things. We do it by being vigilant. We're on it, right? We're on it early. and it's we have enough ordinances to do what we need to do. There are times we've used eminent domain. It's rare, but we have to. But the key to me is to be on it early, right? Somebody's having a problem. You start with, we don't have a property maintenance code. I don't want government going that far. We never felt that should be the case. We do have a dangerous structure ordinance, which covers the worst of the worst. And we use it. So when you start to see that somebody hasn't cut their grass in months and the neighbors haven't helped them and you get on it, and then you got a junk car because clearly they haven't registered and inspected, and then you see gutters falling off and holes in roofs, and we get involved early. Hey, what do you need? Because some neighbors will help, many neighbors will help. Many will just call us and say, well, you fix it. Well, that's not really how it works. But we try to get involved early. I see you got a problem. What's going on? Maybe it's somebody had a spouse die.
Yeah,
Maybe it's somebody's too infirm to be able to handle it at this point. But we try to get involved early and work through it before it becomes a major problem. So I think by being vigilant, staying on top of it, you can avoid a lot of this stuff. Sometimes it's too late. I understand that. It's never perfect. But hopefully we get ahead of the game. That's the thinking on it.
Yeah. Let's grab a phone call first of the hour here with Dean Pepicello and Joel Natale on Talk Erie. Go ahead.
Hey, Joel, Dino. Hey, Dino, it'd be nice if you guys would get your trailers out there registered too there at right there at Burger King.
He's been on me about it. I haven't seen that, but I'm sure we'll get on it. We've done that before. We'll be glad to do that.
Yeah, well, anyhow, I just wanted to comment on the construction going on there by Walmart. I was out there on Friday, and boy, I'll tell you what, do you know what the rent's going to be out there?
Market rate
for the townhouses or whatever they are?
Yeah, market rate. I don't know what that means. I don't think it's going to be cheap. That's my
probably
guess.
Probably 12, 15, 1,800, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there'll be apartments too.
I've always wanted to move out in the Harbor Creek, and I'd probably move out there, but I don't know if I want dump trucks coming down the wrong way of the street because the signage is the other way, too. So I don't know if I'll move out there.
It's a shot from an earlier caller. Yeah.
Real quick, Dino. With the government shutdown now on day 6, is that affecting Harbor Creek in any way? Are you guys still saving lives out there with the new ambulance, or you can't afford gas? I'll hang up and let you comment.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
The federal shutdown nor the late state budget has affected us.
Not at all.
I'm sure at some point if we get liquid fuels funds and maybe there's a grant here or there which might be delayed, we really haven't been impacted. Most municipalities, for the most part, have. Maybe cities.
You are hearing some of these horror stories of
yes. Oh, I understand.
We're 10 million in Crawford County.
Sure.
There
may be counties that are suffering social services that depend on some of these. I get it. I'm just speaking for us. No, we try to be self-sufficient. We'll get grants. That's fine. We're doing the benefit of our taxpayers. But the conditions that come with a lot of these things they can be very burdensome. And it's a long road to get money to these things. We prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. Save the money, pay cash, right? That's then we can't always do that. I understand that. And we have the ability to borrow from time to time, but generally we'd like to handle these things ourselves when we can.
Are there conversations going on, you think, between you're represented by Bob Mursky, right? Isn't that Harbor Creek Township? Mm-hmm. I mean, are you talking to Representative Mursky to say, hey, what's going on here? Because it is important to the constituents, right? Especially, although I don't think anybody's not getting their checks. Probably the school district isn't getting their checks,
right? But they will. I mean, I've said this
know
before.
You don't get too worked up over
Everyone knows this money's coming. Everyone, you do what you got to do. We sometimes, if you don't have money, you take tax anticipation loans. You know the tax bills are coming, but if you have a month or two where you can't pay those bills, that's just the way that it is, right? I don't. The panic is for some. I'm just saying we're not necessarily seeing it in local government. Are we talking to Rep. Mursky? Yeah, all the time about a lot of things. So not just budget. We understand that. That's the political game. That's Pennsylvania. That's the purple state of Pennsylvania at this point, with a 1-seat majority in the House for Democrats and a Senate the other way and a Democratic governor. This is what you're going to get, and they'll do it. Listen, before anybody can really be critical that someone is really suffering because of the budget, they'll get it done, just like the feds.
Yeah, let's talk about the feds for a second here. Like Bill said, sixth day of the federal shutdown. You can't go to to the Smithsonian right now. You've got troops that are about to miss a paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, now that seems to me to be crazy.
That would be the tipping point, I would think. But the rest, really, I mean, what are we missing? What are we missing? You're either essential and you're working anyways, or you're working without pay, you're going to get paid, or you're laid off because, you know what, you weren't essential anyways. I don't know how this is any different than the whole Doge thing. I just think, really, is this what you're hearing? Are you hearing anything on the streets? Maybe you're hearing, you do talk radio.
Right.
Not one person has said to me, oh man, how about these budget stalemates? Or how about the government? No one cares. I mean, I know people that care that are directly affected, but the majority of the American public really doesn't care. Do I need to know anymore? I really don't. Honestly. Right?
So this is like a non-issue.
Yeah, but everyone knows they're going to get a deal. It's political, right? Whatever side you're on, you're going to blame the other side. It's every time. It's not. Only in the Clinton years, the Gingrich-Clinton showdown, did something actually get done that was probably in the best interest of the country, by the way.
We ended up balancing the budget at the end.
And trading crime and welfare and getting good things that were important to conservatives, right? Yeah. So that's not going to happen this time.
What do you think about the talking points that basically, again, this is my interpretation, the Democrats basically want to negate the one big beautiful bill, that basically everything that was eliminated, everything that was tuned in to kind of match Trump's point of view and his initiatives, they want to roll back. Like, they basically want to negate what many of the Trump voters were voting for, And
the Republicans say the Democrats want to give benefits to illegal aliens, and all they have to do is sign the CR, and business can go on. I think that I don't believe anything I'm hearing
from anybody.
Nope, not a thing. I don't believe any politician, and they're talking about it. I don't believe what any news outlet is telling me. I don't believe Mike Johnson. I don't believe Chuck Schumer. None of them. Nobody. The entire thing is political, and this is about winning a political game, and it's about the midterms. And it's about who's going to blink first and who's going to get blamed and what political ramifications will come. That's it. That's all there is. The rest of it to me is BS, Joel. That's what, honestly, that's what I think.
Well, that kind of goes to the point that more than likely this is going to drag on longer and not shorter, because right now, if it's this ambivalence, then nobody gets blamed. It has to get to a point where it's nasty, so people get blamed, right?
Yeah, and the troops don't get paid until somebody's impacted like that, I think.
Once the horror stories start hitting the TV, right?
You'll never go beyond 30 days. What's the longest? 35 is the longest ever.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go beyond that time frame, and most people are yawning right through it. I'm not sure there'll be political implications anywhere over a government shutdown. I think there are far more issues that people will go to the ballot box on than a shutdown. I just think it's a big snoozer.
It's kind of a nothing burger.
I really do.
Let's get a quick phone call in. Hi, you're live with Dino here and Joel on Talk Erie.
Hello. I just had a comment about the federal shutdown, and I feel like this is the federal government's version of what the public experienced in 2020 with COVID. If you're essential, you keep working. If you're not essential, sorry, goodbye. So maybe it's kind of that full circle moment.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the call. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a situation of who is essential and who's not. We've got Dean Pepicello with us here. Stay with us. It's Talk Erie and the Joel Natale Show. It's our Monday political chat with Dean Pepicello here on the Joel Natale Show. Dino, let's talk about Gaza. And it looks like we have maybe a ceasefire that's imminent. President Trump laid out the 20-point plan, got Arab investment on it, got European, the sign off, and looks like Israel, he's forcing Israel to sign it, and Hamas is indicating positively. Could he be the great consigliere? I mean,
I don't think so. I think that,
but he's transactional. He's trying to get to a solution here.
I know. Oh, I know. He's trying, and I think the Abraham Accords were a great thing in the Middle East. Had a positive impact. No, I think that wars generally are ended in this world, Joel, when someone wins and someone loses. So I saw the plan. It's kind of status quo, right? Palestinian state.
Yeah.
Everybody stops bombing everyone.
Mm-hmm. Some
sort of peace council headed by someone Trump designates, I guess, or Trump himself. I didn't.
Well, there's at one point Tony Blair is going to kind of run something.
Okay.
The former prime minister.
Right. Okay.
UK,
fine.
Yeah.
International community involved. Yeah. It calls for Hamas to have no role in the governance of the state. Is that correct?
Like they would have technocrats from the Palestinian community that would run the state.
And they've agreed to that?
Through the Palestinian Authority. I don't know how much. That's the issue. It's kind of the but and factor of Hamas. Is Hamas really going to basically disarm and walk away and do this?
Okay, then here's what will happen. So they won't be in charge. Awesome. But they're still going to attack Israel. They're still going to exist as a terror organization and still attack Israel. It's never going to end, to me, until those people are wiped off the map. That's what I think. So it's nice, and maybe it'll hold for a couple of years. I don't. What in history would tell you that this is a good thing?
Yeah.
Like this will work? What tells you that? Because Trump negotiated it, right? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see how it holds. They hate each other.
I think there's again, there's a lot of transactions in this, and so the Qataris and the Egyptians are for it because they don't want the Palestinians to come into their territory. They don't want them in Jordan. They don't want them in Egypt. So it allows the Palestinians to stay in the Strip. Again, they're looking for some kind of détente. I mean, this feels very, like you say, how do you just kind of get it cold again?
It allows the bad guys to still exist. Maybe not in the form of a government, but they can still exist. They still want every Israeli, every Jew wiped off the map. That's I don't see.
And here's the thing: the Palestinians that live in the Strip voted for Hamas,
right?
Under that platform of, Israel can't exist.
Again, you don't need any of this agreement. You don't need any of it, right? Hamas simply has to say, yo, we're done. We're good. We apologize. My bad. Sorry for October 7th. We're going back and you leave us alone. And the Israelis be like, okay, all right, like that. That's it.
And then
the war can end today. You don't need a peace treaty negotiated by any international person, Trump included.
Yeah.
Because they're not in power until they're dead, Joel, I don't understand. I don't see how it ends.
A lot of them are dead, but no. To your point, I mean
that's how wars end. Someone wins.
They built this infrastructure of, the tunnels have to go. They have to be blown up,
and that's what the attacks continue. Israel continues because they know this.
Yeah.
They know this. Until all these people are gone, they're going to face this. So I don't see. I guess Israel signs off. Maybe they do. If you're saying that, I haven't seen this. Mm-hmm. I know these things were negotiating going on today. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see how it's effective. Maybe it will be. Maybe Trump's the magician. It's a wonderful agreement, right? When everybody's like, okay, cool. Not everyone's cool. Like neither side is good with it. They're not.
Is this part of Trump's character, or is this something that is surprising coming from the 47th president?
I think it's all about Trump, right? It always is,
Yeah.
right? And of course, he wants to be the one who negotiates this deal. He wants to be the heavy in this agreement. But I think he truly hates this. He truly likes people dying, hates people dying needlessly, hates it in Ukraine. The war's ridiculous, right? And he's right about that. The Israelis and the Palestinians, when you're sitting over here in this free country, you're like, stop it. What are you people doing? Like, I understand that take, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are we doing? So I think he's legitimate in that.
Yeah.
I think he'd also like to be the hero and thinks he's the only guy in the world that can do it. Okay, fine. That's the kind of mentality you want from,
I mean,
think, your
it
US
is.
president.
I think foreign policy is where you get your legacy. Nixon went to China. People remember Carter for the, the Camp David Accords.
Okay, it's events that drive legacy. Many events outside your control. Depressions, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, with the
slavery,
wall coming down
Civil War.
under Bush, right?
Yeah.
Under Bush Senior.
Everybody obviously believed it was Reagan, but it happened under
Right.
Bush. Yeah, it's events, I think, that drive legacies. I don't think you can invent legacies. You can be a good president, right? Good leader, but events many times, at least at that level, drive legacies.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe he gets it done.
It is. It is kind of a lesson in leadership. Is this the kind? Is this kind of that the art of the deal happening? Again, people hate Trump so much in this country, right? But if it means that wars end,
Sure.
I mean, how can you be against that?
He hasn't done it yet.
But he hasn't done it.
It
Yet.
hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened in
And
Ukraine either. I mean,
Exactly.
Putin is pulling his chains.
Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose in both those wars. That's my guess.
Yeah. We'll be back. We'll talk some more national and some local politics coming up here after the news. It's Talk Erie and the Joel Natale Show here on a gorgeous Monday afternoon in Erie, Pennsylvania. Stay with us. On YouTube, on Facebook, and of course on the radio and online at talkerie.com. It's the Joel Natale Show from our Kingdom Financial Group studio here at 5th and State. Dean Pepicello is with us. He's the Harbor Creek Township Supervisor, also our political guru here, the only guy in this room that's ever run a race and won multiple times. So let's talk local politics, Dean. We're in the home stretch, right? We're less than a month away.
Absolutely.
From the big municipal election.
Can you early vote? When's early voting?
Oh, right now. Yeah.
You can go in now.
In fact, I was over at my mother-in-law's and her husband's house over the weekend up in Wayne County in the Poconos, and they got their ballot arrived on Saturday.
Just sent to them, or they requested?
Yeah, they had requested it.
Okay,
they're on.
right.
I think they're on the the perennial.
Oh, okay.
And ballots are here. They could send it out, pop it back, right?
All right, we're underway.
We are underway.
And what, 25% probably of the ballots will come back early?
Oh,
I'll bet.
I think so.
I mean, that can decide an election.
Especially with low turnout like a municipal, right? All right, so what are the hot races? What do you see?
Locally?
Yeah. I mean, the most important one for me is the judge race as far as impact. It's a 10-year deal.
Sure.
You know, you've got Emily Moscow Mirsky. You've got Jeremy Leitner. Jeremy's coming from the prosecutor's office, the DA's office. Emily's doing family law. Any thoughts on that? Or
if you look at the vote totals from the primary, you would think Emily Mirsky is unbeatable.
Because she almost won the Republican.
Exactly, and did so well on the Democratic side. But elections aren't won in primaries generally.
No.
They're won in general elections, and a lot can change. I think that Jeremy Leitner has done a lot in the last month to try to close the gap. Mm-hmm. So who knows? I mean, we won't know until Election Day if he has or not. I think the endorsement of Leanne Orton
to Jeremy,
is a big deal. He's worked hard on endorsements, I think, and Emily returned it with look at the bar association's recommended ratings, right? So everybody's making their case. It's an interesting race because Jeremy Leitner is he's a male prosecutor. You think he's a Republican? He's not. You know what I mean? And Emily wins the Republican side or the Democrat, whatever it was. Like,
don't you think that
alike.
that Emily has basically enough money to kind of swing? I mean, isn't this going to be a pretty expensive kind of horse race down at the end here?
Yeah, I think because I think it may be tightening.
Yeah,
that's the sense I get at this point. So that would mean more money will be spent. I'll be interested on how the numbers look, on who spent what at the end of the day. I think that race will be closer than people thought it might have been in May.
Okay.
It's becoming a little more fascinating. They're kind of, I mean, they're similar candidates, but I get they're not. They practice in different years. They're both so young, too. That's what's amazing to me. So young, Joel. Jeez.
Yeah, they could be there forever.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah, every 10 years, get that retention.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the county executive, Brenton Davis, Christina Vogel challenging. Again, this is not the race we thought we were going to get, because we thought Perry Wood would more than likely run away with the Democratic nomination. He did not. And so now you have basically a person that's running for their first political office, but so was Brent 4 years ago.
Yeah.
First political office. What do you think? That's tight. Is it
it's always
unnecessarily tight?
It's always tight.
Because of just the makeup of the registration.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Look at those.
Yeah.
Barry Grossman, Mike Kerner.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Like some of these guys lost by like 100 points.
Exactly.
200 points.
Votes.
Votes. Right.
So you would expect it.
Votes.
You would expect it to be close. I think Brent has in many ways he's doubled down on who he is, and he said it. I'm who I am.
I'm a disruptor. Yes.
Exactly. You might not like me, but I think the county is better off with me, and that's a pretty good argument. Right? He's got a lot of baggage.
Well, he's touting things like, ambulance response times.
And he's made a difference in that.
Saving money for townships on their sewer.
Well, that
capital
was,
expenses.
A lot
and
of that
stuff
was
like
art
that.
money. I get it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he did bring the whole EMS thing to the forefront. I don't
Yeah.
think he got ultimately what he wanted or what he really. But he's the guy who's brought it up. He has made this. He's made everybody tighten their belts.
And the
Everybody
homeless
get better.
thing, the
Big win.
the tiny homes, you
Big
know?
win. There's a couple of things I think you want to look at in this
Yeah.
in this race that as somebody who's been around, I've seen a lot of local races. A couple of things have happened. Davis continues to run fundraisers here at the last minute. Okay, so it tells me that the race must be close. He thinks he needs more money. I mean, this is late to be raising money, and he's doing it. That to me it tells me that he thinks it's going to be close or he needs to do it. The other thing that's happened is Christina Vogel's first advertisement that I have seen is out. And I haven't seen it on TV yet. I just see it on YouTube or one of these, whatever, right? It's all positive. All positive. And you would think that somebody in a heated race with Brent Davis might go after him, right? He clearly made an issue of her record at this point, whatever that was. I'll let it speak for itself. I don't know. But the fact that he's out raising money late, she's running a positive campaign, which is interesting. To me, she was the most formidable candidate. We talked about Perry Wood in that whole primary. Female business owner, that's a pretty good track record. I say the same thing about Stacey Garrity, right, in the governor's race. So it tells me the race is pretty close, that both candidates think they can win and both candidates think they can lose. That's what it tells me, the way the actions that you're seeing right now.
Okay.
Those two things. So I think you see a close race, and history would tell you it's going to be a close race. That one to me is the most fascinating.
Yeah.
The other thing to me that's fascinating is the judge retention at the Supreme Court.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The Supreme Court level.
Yes.
The money being spent. I think these three they're worried about getting tossed, and I think the electorate is ripe for doing it. I know it's almost impossible, but it's not completely impossible at this point.
Well, it's all about turnout, and again, it's a municipal election.
Right.
I mean, generally, your super duper voters are the ones you're going for there. And is there more because of how the registration's been shifting in Pennsylvania?
Exactly.
If the R's come out and they know to, hey, we want to throw the bums out this time.
I mean, it takes a lot.
It takes a lot,
but a lot of money is being spent. Ours. In the state are upset about a couple of things. I think they're still upset by Tom Wolf's draconian COVID actions.
Oh, yeah. And that the Supreme Court backed him up.
Exactly. And what is the other thing? Act 77, the whole mail-in ballot thing, right? Redistricting, which they upheld. So Republicans are upset with the state Supreme Court on a number of things, those that are paying attention, that have probably impacted their life. So I'm really interested in that vote. When was the last time? It was a Rolf Larson or whatever his name was. Right? It was involved in some sort of scandal.
Scandal guys.
Some sort of thing. So those are the things that really interest me.
I want you to weigh in. Again, you're a dying-old conservative Republican. I want you to talk to me. And I've asked you this question earlier, but I feel like it's even coming to a more fever pitch. I'm seeing a ton of posts and of social media and of getting out the vote for R's that are running for city elections. Matthew Thomas running for mayor, and the 4 running for city council. And even to the point that they're saying, our decline. They're making the case that the decline is because we've had a Democrat run government since the 60s. How is this? Is this an opportunity, especially if the Democrats are not seemingly, running to the tape here, especially for city council? I think the mayor, that's going to be really tough because Daria Devlin is just a formidable candidate. But could you see a Republican slip in on city council, or maybe more than one?
Am I betting my own money? I mean, what do you?
No, I'm just saying, as a political analyst, what do you think?
I think that there are 3 prongs to winning elections. You have to be a great candidate, and you have to time it right. Those things, if those things don't happen, you don't get elected. But you need 3 things. Social media is only one of those things. You have to put in the shoe leather. You got to put in the work.
Yeah.
Are any of these candidates doing door to door? Are they? Has anybody come to your door?
Not from the city council.
Okay. And you have to have money. do any of them have any money? Have any of them raised and spent any
to
money?
me, that seems to be the thing, is that I'm seeing a lot of social and no cash spent.
And it's all free. And they've been awesome at it.
Yes.
The way they have run it, the things they have said, running as a group, appearance at events, I have seen them.
Yeah.
All of those things have been incredible.
Parades and all these
all
things,
of it. They have done a fantastic job. And I'm going to tell every one of them, however this ends, you will have done all you could. Essentially, you've done all you can do in that format. But you have to knock on doors. You've got to meet people one-on-one. You have to explain your views. They have to know you, right? They can't just see you on social media, and you can't do it without money. And I haven't seen any of their campaign finance reports. But you can't just put it on social media and have the same 17 people see it over and over. You'll probably get those votes. Congratulations. But I think there are two other prongs to that success. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe it is. But at the end of the day, they've done a heck of a job, really. They've campaigned fairly well.
I mean,
all things considered.
But should the Democrats take it as a slam dunk?
Well,
I mean, especially on council, should the I don't even know who's all in, but Jasmine and.
Well, have you seen anything for them?
I haven't.
I haven't either. So I would say they're taking it as a slam dunk. I would say that, and I'm not sure that's the wrong strategy at this point, but I would say that. I haven't seen the same social media presence from any of those candidates. Again,
I haven't even seen yard signs, and I live in the city, which is kind of wild. Hey, you're live with Dino and Joel here on Talk Erie. Go ahead.
Oh, really quick. I know this is a double. Why hasn't there been any more feedback on Davis going out and buying the $80,000 tractor?
I don't think it's a story. I mean, I really don't.
But that property should or could be rented out to that farmer like it was for 20 years. And instead of the county getting income, it's actually sitting idle, and now it's costing money.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks.
I need to beat him up. I need to beat him up over what he said in the first hour. You don't have to keep
go
him.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't have to keep him. He was on me about saying Trump was just having fun with people or something. I forget what he said in the first hour. People that heard it. On rare occasions, when you ask me a specific question about why Trump is doing what he does, I will tell you he is trolling Democrats and having fun. Joe made it sound like I'm saying that all Trump does is have fun, like he's insinuating that the guy isn't serious about what he does. I was answering your questions about specific things. People hear what they want to hear. It drives me crazy all the time.
All right, somebody's saying that you're a rhino.
I love it.
Yeah, a moderate rhino. You're in the middle, reading the room and jumping when necessary.
On what? Like
I don't know. I mean, I guess
it's okay. Listen, again, people hear what they want to hear. You bring me in to do political analysis,
right?
And when people hear me say something,
I mean, you're the most conservative guy I know.
It's
My
fine,
gosh.
but you don't bring me into. This is your show, not mine.
Yeah,
you bring me in to do politics, to give you a fair assessment. Yeah. So I gave you a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Of the council race right now in the city, right? Of all these races, I gave you a fair assessment. None of those things probably favor Republicans. Let's be honest. Like that. I mean, that's,
even the retention. That's going to be hard to do.
I'm just telling you the truth. I've been here a long time. I've been through a lot of these races. I know that many of you people, you want Joel to say and me to say and every caller to say exactly what you agree with. That doesn't make you right. I don't understand why people have so much trouble understanding a fair assessment of races I'm not in or don't have a stake in.
And what's really scares me is that people would be snowflakes and not be able to critically think through an opinion that is against your opinion.
Yeah,
and I mean, this is called being adulting here.
I don't know who's going to win. I'm not predicting it. I'm not making an endorsement in any of these races.
I mean,
I'm giving you an assessment of where these races... And when Christina Vogel goes out and spends money on a positive ad only, that tells me something. And when Brent Davis is raising this money late in an election, it tells me something.
These are indicators.
And when city council candidates who have an uphill battle are not going door to door and don't have any money, it tells you something. I'm sorry if you don't agree with any of that, you don't like it. But the reality is that is the truth about these elections.
All right, real quick here. We got like a minute and a half. Mill Creek Government Study Commission. Holy moly.
I love this story. My goodness.
I mean, we spent a lot of time on it now. We've spent 2 full shows.
What do you think?
A lot of pushback. I'm hearing that it's going to go through. My vibe is that Mill Creek politics are just so so fraught that they will take change and they will take the, kind of the argument over status quo. Remember, the last study commission said don't change it.
Right.
This one is saying let's blow it up. I think they'll go for blowing it up.
It'll be close. I think both sides are making wonderful arguments, but my guess is they're trending in that direction. They are trending and have probably the better argument. But both sides have done a good job. You still have 30 days.
Yeah.
I mean, early voting aside.
Yeah. I think that will be the one set of precincts that are going to have pretty good turnout, 50 plus.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't know if you find that anywhere else. Supervisor, we got Harry Morgan. Who's the Democrat?
Yeah, female. I can't think of her name.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can't think of her name.
I need to get this list in front of me.
If the change goes through, Harry Morgan will win. If the change doesn't go through, that race will be really close.
Okay.
That's my call on that. Because Harry Morgan is the guy who's
How about
endorsed
up at
this.
Summit? Jack Lee and...
Oh, my gosh.
This is terrible.
Pace?
Okay.
Mike Pace?
Mike Pace, yeah, sounds right.
I mixed those two up. Close will always be close. Summit's like
always
that,
close,
and that's
yeah.
a total like 400 votes. I mean,
Steve is running for re-election, right? Does he even have
unopposed
competition? Yeah.
Unopposed. There'll be like 17 votes made the difference in one of the last races in Summit.
Really?
And that's a big deal. Growing community, got a lot going on.
17
votes. Yeah. That one will be close.
gosh.
Watch that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not familiar with others, but this
Yeah.
will be a good one. Get out and
All
vote.
right.
It's
Get out and vote.
man.
It's time to vote now. You can go to the courthouse and fill it out. Thank you, Dino.
You bet.